Court Reporter with Stovall and Associates.
We're back with Court Reporter, Stovall and Associates, Butch Boraski, Commissioner, or Nye County Commissioner for District 4. Before we went to last break, we were talking about what's been called the Frackin tax, or the sales tax increase, just recently voted down. Can you give us your take as far as what the issue was and kind of where you stood in relation to the increase?
Originally, because that was passed by a vote of the people in '06, just before I got on the board, I was all for it. I was willing to pay for it. The economy was good. Everything was booming. Here we are 7 years later, and the economy's in the toilet. Pardon my language, but people don't have a lot of extra money right now. And up until the time I said yay or nay, I was going to vote for it. And then after thinking about the way the economy is and how many people are starving out here right now and barely getting by to buy groceries, and I decided, even though it was the will of the people, I decided to vote no. Last time I voted yes, and it's rather strange because one of my fellow commissioners voted no the last time, voted yes this time. So luckily there was no dirty deal going on with trying to sell votes or anything like that, like there was the last time. But that was a sad situation. If it would have passed then, who knows? Right now, all of our budgets are really, really tight, and I know that we could use more police officers and firefighters, but I'm not the only one who voted no. So, I hope people don't put it all on me. There was 2 other folks there too that voted no. And I don't know what else to tell you about it. It was sad, but there's a lot of people that are probably happy that it didn't pass.
So realistically, what it boiled down to is you thought that the people that are already struggling, it just was probably the last straw that you just couldn't push through.
You know, and I know all the working people out there are struggling. You've got pretty much 2 classes out here right now, those that have and those that have not. And there is a middle ground in there, yes, a middle class, so to speak, in there. But this community is really financially in bad shape right now. The governments have spent a lot of money over the last 10, 15, 20 years, and you have to learn to live within your means. And it's unfortunate, but I think there's a lot of people glad that I didn't vote for it, and some wish that I would have. And it's just one of those things. It's part of my job. That's not an easy decision to make, and I said that in the meeting. And I did not know till the last minute I was going to vote no on it. But there again, after you hear public opinion, after you hear all of the facts are in, and you've actually got to make your motion, I had one of my fellow commissioners try to abstain. He says, "You can't do that."
Yeah.
I said, you got to vote on it. You got to vote yes or you got to vote no. You take your pick. There's no abstaining on this one, unless you had a valid reason, of course.
Right.
And he didn't have. But I don't know. It's one of those things where, we have to do our business and move on. We might look at other alternatives of possibly some more economic development coming in. There's a solar project looking somewhat good for over in Amargosa area on private land. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to face all the trouble that the last company that tried to do it on BLM land. It's a 400-acre project. That's in the works right now. I can't give any more details on it than that. So, and there are some other things going on. The racetrack is going full guns down there. Mm-hmm. I think everybody can see that. They've got a lot of plans, a hotel, water feature, a 50,000 square foot building for a roof that'd be over their cars for Cadillac, just Cadillac alone. I mean, that's impressive. And they already have a bunch of cars out there and they're testing them. And they're basically a Cadillac with a Corvette motor in it and 6-speed transmission. And a special suspension too.
Sounds like a hot car.
Oh, it is. It is. But you can see those going down the road too. CTX, I believe they call them.
I guess it brings the question on, I know this isn't necessarily your position to drive this forward, but the next couple of years, where do you see economic development? I mean, is these positive things, like you said, say this Cadillac project and maybe other solar projects, I mean, are you starting to see from your position the economy starting to turn around again?
There are a lot of people right now interested in Pahrump. As we all know, Wolfie's was bought recently. Gentleman wanted to come in, he's got some big ideas. And he really thinks, as a hotel operator, that he can really improve what's already over there, okay, on that ground. He bought everything, so the RV park, the big building, the Wolfie's hotel, so, and they're professional hotel operators. Not a motel, I think it's Motel 8, if I'm not mistaken. I met one of their relatives in New York just before I left, and I was going to do site preparations for a motel there. But we got into too late into the year, and I had to let the project go because I was coming out for the winter, and I didn't want to leave my crew there alone. So, but anyways, there are some other things. There's a lot of people interested right now. It's speculative, but they think they want to start getting back in while everything is low and take advantage of it, and then be here for when it starts picking up.
Do you see most of the economic development centered around Pahrump, or are there other projects that are really starting to bear fruit across the rest of the county?
Oh yeah, throughout the county. The Tonopah Solar Project's almost done now. That's a really huge project. There's 2 more gold mines in Nye County and 1 in Esmeralda County. And there's a lot more interest. There's even greater interest in solar right now if they can get on a piece of private land, something slated for over in the Amargosa area. And there's a couple of other things I don't want to talk about because I told them I'd keep it confidential until they want to announce that it's not as aggressive as I would like to see. But there again, aggressiveness got us into a bad situation last time when we went into a bust. So I would like to see it come in slowly. You've got houses being built in Mountain Falls. You've got houses being built in Artesia. And for a while, nothing was being built. So it's starting to turn.
Mr. Boraski, I appreciate you being on the show again. And we'll see you the next time you come back on.
Half hour's up already?
It is. It is.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Thursday at 5:30.
Court reporter with Stovall and Associates.